All right, friends, here is the second section of Daphne and Apollo. All right, Phoebus loves, that's a present tense. Remember, all these are historical presents, basically. Loves her, Daphne, right? And desires a marriage, like the marriage maybe, of Daphne having been seen. That's perfect passive participle in there. And he hoped, remember that's really spera, wera, right? There's syllable in there. And he did hoped for maybe the thing which he wanted. He hoped for the thing which, that's quote, he wanted. That whole thing is the direct object. And his own oracles, his own, I don't love the word oracle, like his own power of prophecy failed that one, failed him. So he is so blinded by Cupid's arrow that he can't even prophesize anymore. And then we're going to get two similes in here, like, I guess it's really one big simile. It's got two S's, like light stalks, trunks maybe, are burned in dry fields. So I'm going to place where? As, that's your second simile. Hedges burn by torches. That's an ablative in there. Ablative it means by torches, which, that's referring back to those torches, which don't really look feminine, but they're third declension, which by chance a traveler either, and I'm going to get well, that's setting up my either or, either moved too close, moved towards too much is really what it says, but we probably say moved too close, or now under the light, meaning in the morning time, right? Left behind. So he either moves that torch too close to the hedge and it catches fire, or he just leaves it behind in the fields and then it catches. Thus, like in the same way, the god goes into the flames, meaning is changed, like is moved, is changed in the flames. This all-consuming flame of love changes him. Thus, you'll notice we get in a little anaphora there, right? Well, sick. Thus, in his whole chest, he burns and he nurtures the sterile love, meaning it's unproductive love, right? By hoping, that's a gerund in there. He watches, and remember we talked about how this is really like he's watching it intently. He's not just glancing at it, he doesn't just see it, he's intently giving his attention. He watches her unadorned, oh, that was a bad little, hold on, let's just see if we can undo that line. He watches her unadorned hair. Maybe he sees that her unadorned hair hangs from her neck. It's an indirect statement. That's why it looks like an infinitive. He sees that her unadorned hair hangs from her neck. Remember we talked about Roman women would all wear their hair up and kind of fancy like, and he is noticing, that it's a little bit intimate almost to see her with her hair just down, that it's unusual to see a woman just with her hair undone. And he says, what if it was done up? What if it was all back and up like it normally would be? He sees her eyes shining. That's a little, oh, that was rough. Shining. He sees her eyes shining. That's the present active participle. With fire, like the stars. I think you can imagine, like if you held a flame out in front of you and it moved and you could see the reflection in her eyes. It's twinkly like fire. Yeah. He sees her mouth, which, this is creepy, so creepy, which it is not enough, non-est is not enough, satis enough, to have seen that perfect active infinitive. He praises, now we've got all those quays, that's polysyndeton, right? Both her fingers and her hands and her forearms, like this bottom part of her arm. And look at those quay and it right next to each other, right? That's how we know we've got a polysyndeton. Nobody needs that many answers, right? And her, this is like the upper part of her arm, this part up here. Her arms bear more than the middle part. Remember we talked about like her elbow. I don't know if you can see this. Her elbow is like the middle part of her arm. So this part would normally be bare, but he can see all the way up to her shoulder. Y'all, I mean, I'm glad that's on video. Me just rubbing my own arm. It's fine. If anything, remember that's really ali qua. If anything is hidden, he thinks it better. Meaning anything that's hidden by the clothing she has on, he thinks it's better than what it actually is because he is envisioning how beautiful she must be. All right, that's all we got.